Hello crafty friends, today I have a quick project share for you for an entry that I am submitting for a giveaway challenge on Instagram for Just Up Craft. She posted a while back that she was doing a Memorydex challenge, which is, they're pretty popular right now. And I decided to enter. Now I was busy at the beginning of the month or at the end of last month for my craft fair, so I thought that it was perfect because this is due at the end of the month on the 31st. So I am kind of cutting it close, but I am going to be mailing this out later today or tomorrow, so that way it can make it in time to her. So now the challenge is to make a Memorydex, a tag flip, and then something shaker. So this is the Memorydex I created. She also asked for us to make a the Memorydex or the projects that you made using Maggie Holmes paper, or use any pastel colors. Now Maggie Holmes, I know everybody's super crazy about it and everybody's all over Maggie Holmes. I'm not a big Maggie Holmes fan. I am turning into one though because she has tons of really cute items. But the only paper pad that I own is the carousel one. And let me see if I had it. I thought I had it right here next to me so I could show you. This one right here. So I only have this carousel paper pad, and I think it's a 6x8. I did use a lot of it for these. I think I had only used one sheet of paper before for another memory card, but yeah. So this is what I created. So I am going to show you the Memorydex. I am loving this. Absolutely loving this paper collection and making this Memorydex challenges. So I cut out from the different patterns of the different sheets of the paper. I kind of fussy cut things out. So these two flowers, so this flower and these leaves, they come from one sheet of paper. This little Ferris wheel comes from a different one, the little zebra from another. So each one is from a different piece of paper. This is one of the backgrounds. So with the little zebra, what I did is I just used a toothpick, one of those plastic toothpicks. I fussy cut it out, and then I popped it in there with some hot glue. And then I put these two little beads there and a little bit of gold thread here to just kind of symbolize ribbons or streamers. And I put this little charm here, and this is the first time I do that on a Memorydex, but I added this little tab, and I decided to put this little charm. And I think this little charm is from Paige Evans. And then I just grabbed some of the little clasp and little... what are these things called? I don't know. The little rings. I used those that I have from my stash, but this is what I don't know if I should call this the front or the back, but this is one side, and then the other side I just put hello. And again, this is from that same sheet of paper that had this one. And I made the hole on both sides because at first I was thinking to just put it all together, if I can do it, like this. And then you could flip it on one side or the other. But I forgot that I needed to have a little bit more of an opening. I didn't want to make my little card with the information too small. So I went ahead and separated them. But, the little charm can go on either side. So I just used this Hello die cut from a Hero Arts stamp set that I have. This is from a different pattern paper. And then this one, I actually cut the little flags, and I... folded them over to the other side, so they kind of, on this one you see the arrows and the pointer. So this is the same flower, and this one I actually popped it up with hot glue. So I just added the hot glue, let it cool off a little bit, and then I added a little bit more to glue it onto the paper. And then I had this ribbon in my stash, and I just kind of folded it together to create those little pleats right here. So it looks really cute, kind of like a little skirt. So I thought the gold would look really cute with the gold for the flower. So that is the other side. Pretty simple, but I thought that it was really cute. So I hope that she likes it. Now for the information card, I like doing this of making it like a little pocket. This is how I've been making most of my Memorydex cards that I've done for challenges. So I think it's a super cute idea. And then you can decorate both sides. But this is basically my card. It's another sheet of paper, and I added a little ribbon flag. And then this is all my information here. So it has my name, my Instagram, which is all I Will Make It Crafts, and my birthday. You guys know my address, so it's okay. And then my favorite colors and favorite items and things. So that's what I'm sending for the Memorydex. Now for my card, since I have it right here next to me, or my shaker element, I decided to create a card because I love making cards, and you know, shakers are a lot of fun. So for the shaker element, I decided to make this card, and I you know, popped it up with some foam tape, and I actually tripled the foam tape on this one because I wanted it to have a little bit of different layers. I popped the little curtain looking here, I popped it up with one layer of foam tape, and then I just added a lot of different sequins, some stars, some little seed beads, and I just kind of mixed the colors and stuff here. And this stamp with the little ballerina is a stamp from Maggie Holmes that I stamped out and fussy cut like I did for one of my other cards that I showed you on a previous video, and I will link it below if in case you're interested to see that card. I used 3 of the ballerinas on that one. And then I just cut out this little zebra, and for my little shaker window I decided to use this ribbon, what do you call it? It's kind of like a twine, but it's a ribbon color. It's this one right here. So I just used this one. I added a little bit of glue around the corner and then used that one and added the word shine on here. The inside is blank, and I am just going to put a little note in here with it, like a sticky note, so she can use this card. That's my card, and now let's move on to my tag flip. I've never made one before, so this is my very first one. I've seen a lot of people, they make really chunky ones and everything, and like I said, this is my first time working with Maggie Holmes stuff and making a tag flip, so I hope that I did okay, but this is what I created. I made a little tassel here, and I used some different types of yarn, some twine, some ribbon, different things here, and then I kind of like braided the ribbon, the yarn here to use the tassel holder. So that's that, and I used one of these little ring things from my stash. So I used that for, you know, to hold all my tags. And this first tag, I did another one of those little zebras. On this one, I added the thread, the gold thread. I added it through the whole thing, and then I wrapped it around the toothpick. You know, I popped this little. This is from a different pattern paper, and I just fussy cut them out. I added a little bit of hot glue, or I glued it with hot glue, so that way it could add a little bit of dimension, so you could see the different layers. And then I just added this strip of paper here. So that's that one. And then to the back, this is what I did to the back of the tag. So they're pretty simple tags. Like I said, I don't know like how fancy they gotta be, so this is my first time making one of these things, so I hope I do good anyway. But I used some of these sequin trim that I got from Dollar Tree, and I just made kind of like a little ribbon on top of this paper bow that I had made. Put a little black back pearl there, a butterfly that I kind of added dimension, or stacked it. And then I added kind of like a little pocket down here, and I just added these 3 little tags. So this one's from like a carousel thing where you could see the little horse, but I punched that out from that same Maggie Holmes paper. The next one is a shaker. So this is a shaker tag, and this one just has on the paper, I fussy cut this flower, and this is again another one of these of the sheets from this paper pad right here. So I fussy cut that out. I glued it here, and then on the back I just used a different type of paper that has words. And then I added a butterfly here at the corner, and then just added shaker stuff on both sides. So different colors. I did add a little bit of green in there, but it has mostly pinks and blues and white, and I did add a little bit of that chunky glitter. So that's that one. For my next tag, I use this right here, and then I added I forgot on this other one too, I had the ribbon, but on this one I added some of this eyelash trim as a holder. And this one I got it from my last swap that Kathy gave me, so thank you, Kathy, for that. So I used a piece of that and I added it onto here, and I created one of those little flags that I saw that she created, and I had seen Carolina from Carolina's Creations. She made these little like flags and stuff. her flags are super, super cute from Maggie Holmes stuff. But anyway, I just tried to make a simple one. I added 3 of the beads here. Again, I used one of those plastic toothpicks to put here, and I used a piece of crepe paper, and I just kind of folded it back and forth. Added a corner of some trim here, or ribbon, and then a flower, and just added a couple of different little elements and colors to the corner to decorate it. And then the back, I used a different 2 different pattern papers to kind of like layer it, and then I just put this little heart with the little swan. And this swan, I also fussy cut it from one of the sheets here. So this one right here. So from this sheet, I just fussy cut the little swan, and I put it there. And then, so next you come to another little tassel, and this little tassel is from, I think it's one of those little trims that you use for curtains or something. I bought the trim at Hobby Lobby a while back, and it has a lot of these little tassel looking things. So all I did is just kind of cut it off, and I added a piece of twine in there to add a little tassel. Here is another tag, and then for this other one, I did add some ribbon that has gold and silver little sparkle there, very pretty, and it has the swans right there. I added a little bit of that trim here at the bottom, and then a strip of paper here to just kind of add a different color. And then on the back of this one, I did the same thing, kind of like the other one, but on this one, I scored down here in the middle to just kind of add a little touch of what do you call it, like extra dimension or something. And then I added some ticket punches here that I punched out. Whoop. Some are folded in half, but there's a few ticket punches here, and it's like a little pocket, different little layers and things. So that's what I added there. Now coming to my next tag is this one. So I fussy cut another one of those Ferris wheels. I fussy cut the little girl, and I added a little bow here on this pattern paper, different pattern paper here. So I just kind of added different strips of paper around. So, and then this one I popped up with some foam tape right there, cut it out, and that was it. And then on this one, I did the same thing. I layered it with 2 different papers. This one's not from Maggie Holmes, but I thought it was pretty, and it will look good with the pinks. Sorry about that. I had to go get my son. But so for this one on the back, like I was saying, I just added this butterfly. And this is, I believe it's from Tim Holtz or Hero Arts. I don't remember, but this was included in one of the Simon Says card kits of the month. And I just added it here on the corner, and then I added a couple of those little tags here as well. So just kind of pop them in there. And let's go this way. And then on this one, for this tag, I actually used one of those little kites that Kathy sent me. I thought it would be really cute because these Carousel collection does have a sheet of paper that has little kites and stuff, but this one has a dimension, and I thought it was super pretty. So again, thank you, Kathy, for sending me this. I thought it was super pretty, and I decided to add it here. So it has this little ribbon, and then so my tag, this one I just, cut out the tag, added a couple of those little trees that I fussy cut from the other sheet, and then some flat back pearls here on the side. So that's very, very simple. And then on the back, I again layered it with different patterns or different papers. This one is not Maggie Holmes, of course, but I just thought it would be a nice background. I used more of that eyelash trim right here and some of that ribbon that I used before to put here. And then I just put the little ticket lady, and then here's those 2 people. I just put them like they're holding hands. And moving on. This one is just a very simple tag. I just punched it out, and I decided to include it. This one I didn't decorate it, so I thought I'll just add it like that. And then for this other little one, I decided to make different sizes and shape. Well, most of them are the same shape, but different sizes, so that way I could vary the look of it. But this one is that pattern paper that I fussy cut the people, the trees, and all that stuff out of. And I just left it like that. I added the ribbon here with this gingham pink ribbon. And then some trim here at the bottom. And then the little swans here as well on the back. So I just kind of layered the different papers for these. And this is actually my last tag. So for this tag, again, I did some layering again. Cut this paper out. I punched out a circle and then punched it out here to kind of make it like a reinforcer. And then I cut these little flags out, and I just kind of trimmed it at the end. So just layered them in different levels. First you cut that flower, and then for this one I did add this gold thread around it. So I just kind of looped it around and put it on the bottom. And that's what that is. And then the back of it, pretty simple. I just layer another piece of the this pattern paper. I love this one with the roses too. Added another butterfly that, you know, kind of layered it twice, and then added this little gold ribbon with the bling and a little flag thing here, right? You know, just to kind of decorate it a little bit. But that's pretty much my whole tag flip. I don't know like the etiquette, how many you're supposed to have or what. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tags. 8 tags if you don't count the simple one that I kind of decorated. So that's what I made, and I'm going to be sending this to Jazz. I think her name is Jasmine, but it's Jazz Crafts on Instagram. I don't know if she has a YouTube channel. I did look on her account and I didn't see a link to her YouTube channel. So Jazz, if you watch this video and you do have a YouTube channel, please let me know so I can link you below and everybody can visit you. If not, I'm still gonna try to link the Instagram account so you guys can check her out. But this is what I'm sending. I hope that you guys enjoyed this project. I will try to come on with another project pretty soon, but until then, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and yeah, enjoy it. It's going to be a long weekend. So anyway, thank you for stopping by. Do click that subscribe button if you haven't done so, and click that notification bell if you want to know when I post new videos. Well, have a great day. Bye-bye.